Hey future nurses! This is Maxi Academy, and today we're tackling high-yield diagnostic tests and disease names, exactly what shows up in your exams. Let's ace it together. Diagnostic test. 1. Adam test, scoliosis. 2. Allen test, ABG analysis. 3. Aldehyde test, leprosy. 4. Phosphate test, pasteurization. 5. Patch test, allergic reaction. 6. Tourniquet test, dengue. 7. Urea breath test, H. pylori. 8. Schick test, diphtheria. 9. Dick test, scarlet fever. 10. Rother's test, acetone in urine. 11. Hay test, bile salt urine. 12. Smith test, bile pigment urine. 13. Benedict test, urine glucose. 14. Cavane test, sarcoidosis. 15. Rinne and Weber test, hearing. 16. Direct Coombs test, hemolytic anemia. 17. Ishiara test, color vision test. 18. Snellen chart test, distance vision. 19. Confrontation test, central and peripheral vision. 20. Jegger's type card test, near vision. 22. Schilling test, vitamin B12 absorption. 23. Histamine test, leprosy. 24. Roller over test, preeclampsia. 25. Fern test or nitrazine test, leakage of amniotic fluid. 26. VDRL test, syphilis. 27. VMA, vanillyl mandelic acid pheochromocytoma. 28. Glucose tolerance test, diabetes mellitus. 29. Glycosylated hemoglobin HB1AC test, diabetes mellitus. 30. Water deprivation test, diabetes insipidus. 31. Treadmill stress test, heart function. 32. Triple test, Down syndrome. 33. D-dimer test, measuring clot formation DVT, PE, DIC. 34. Trendelenburg test, varicose vein. 35. Fallon-Tinel test, carpal tunnel syndrome. 36. Gold-Quintiferin test, tuberculosis. 37. Bengal test, protein energy malnutrition. 38. Tensilon test, myasthenia gravis. 39. Romberg test, neurological function, balance or gait. 40. Nikis test, meningitis in children. 41. Zank test, herpes genital or varicella. 42. Furry test, lymphogranuloma inguinale. 43. Weedle test, typhoid on second week. 44. Whalephilix test, typhoid fever. 45. Bonnie test, Marshall test, stress incontinence. 46. Binet test, intelligence quotient. 47. Sweat chloride test, cystic fibrosis. 48. Hanging drop test, cholera. 49. Paul Bunnell test, Epstein-Barr virus. 50. Shake test, bubble test, surfactant and fetal lungs maturity. 51. Rubin test, patency of fallopian tube. 52. Take test, pinworm. 53. Ortho-Toledan test, check chlorine in water. 54. DEXA scan, bone metabolic disease, osteoporosis. 55. Heel to shin test, body coordination test. 56. Halo test, CSF leakage. 57. Dexamethasone suppression test, ACTH or pituitary adrenal gland tumor. 58. Arthrocentesis, joint inflammation and infection. 59. Holter monitoring 24 hours ECG monitoring in dysarrhythmia. 60. Pulmonary function test, measure lung volume and capacity by spirometer. 61. SGOT and SGPT AST-ALT liver function test. 62. Pap smear, cancer of cervix. 63. Creatinine clearance test, estimation of GFR. 64. Wood's light examination, superficial infection of skin. 65. Burrow ink test, scabies the itch. 66. Braden scale, to measure integrity of bed sore.
If this helped you prep smarter, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Maxi Academy for more nursing exam essentials. Your success starts here.